Finally, another chart that I don't like. See what is happening? The charts I'm showing today, unlike stocks, which are going from the upper left to the lower right, all these charts are going from the lower left to the upper right. This is our debt, people. I've been talking about this for 2 months. We just broke $35 trillion with a T. We just did. Well, it's no big deal. In another 100 days, we're going to be at 36 trillion. In another 100 days, we're going to be at 37 trillion. In another 100 days, we're going to be at 38 trillion. That's where we are. Every 100 days, a trillion. What the hell? What the hell? You people need to go vote. You people need to get these people in Washington out of their offices. They don't care about you. I'm telling you, this is not a political channel, but they don't understand finance. They see your tax dollars going into the treasury and they spend it before it even hits there. Not only they spend it, but they spend multiples of it. I talked about this last week. I said our GDP depends 80% of consumer spending. Well, now that it looks like we're going to go in a recession, our GDP is $27.5 trillion in this country. Our debt is 35 trillion. We're at 125% of GDP. In what world? Greece? Maybe, that's what we are. I said that before. We're like a much larger version of Greece. The only saving grace is we can print money, right? Or add zeros to the Fed ledger so we can just spend it. We need to stop spending on a personal level, family level, country level, state level, city level. We need to stop spending what we don't have, period. That's what we need to do. So total U.S. federal debt has officially hit 35 trillion for the first time in history. No shit. Since 2020, U.S. now has added, since 2020, people, think about this. This is only 4 years, 3.5 years, 4.5 years ago. Since 2020, U.S. has now added 12 trillion in federal debt. Trillion with a T. Okay, in other words, U.S. has added, on average, of 280 billion of federal debt every single month since January 2020. Are we for real here? This means that the U.S. now has 105,000 in federal debt for every person living in the country. That's all of you here in the chat, all of you that's going to watch it later, every child, every newborn. Imagine you're a newborn, 1 day old, you have 105,000 in federal debt on your neck. Wonderful. We're doing a great job in this country. All while deficit spending as a percentage of GDP is currently at World War II levels. We're not in war. Think about this. During wars, right, that increases because we need to produce more weapons, we need to support our troops, we need to win the war, all that stuff, right? We're back to that. We're higher than the World War II levels, debt to GDP. How can this possibly end well? No, it won't end well. And again, talking about it, doing nothing, right? I'm just trying to inform you people so you can go create some water cooler chat or on your family dinners. Talk about these things. These are important. If you have kids, I feel horrible for my kids. I feel horrible for their future. I'm just going to be on this planet for another 15, 20 years if I'm lucky. But what about them? Why should they be shackled with this for the rest of their lives? And this is never going to get paid back, by the way. And that's why the stock market's now saying, wait a minute, what's happening here, right? Well, there you go. So, yeah, we're breaking records. If I'm still doing the channel in another 100 days, which is, what is that, roughly 3.5 months, we'll be at 36 trillion. I'm sure I'll talk about it, put up the chart, and another 100 days, we'll be at $37 trillion. Disgusting. Disgusting. Seriously disgusting. So please talk about these issues. Do not run your household like the U.S. government is running their household. It's a busted system. It's broken. Okay? Don't do this. Don't do what the U.S. government's doing. Don't do what the city council is doing. Don't do what the state is doing. During the pandemic, California had a $50 billion surplus. Okay? Today, we're at $50 billion deficit. That's the kind of shithole I'm living in at the moment. But anyway, I'm on a roll today because I'm upset. Not because the market's going down. I'm fine with that. I'll survive that. But this is not good. And, got to pay the piper at some point. And, that's what's going to happen now. So going on to the next topic. Well, one more thing. I forgot I had 3 screenshots on this. So basically same thing. Put this into perspective. US has added debt equal 45% of our GDP for 2024. So our GDP is 27 trillion. We've added 12 trillion of debt. Okay. And then in the next few topics, I'm going to explain all this debt. What is the ROI on that? What is the return on all this debt that we're getting? What are we getting out of this? Right? In everything, we're investing into something. We're doing something with these trillions, right? Are we just putting them on fire? I'm pretty sure we are. When I talk about the ROI on this debt, has any of this debt, increased debt, has helped you guys financially, personally? No. You know what has done? It has created inflation.